So there's just so many things um, about this time in our evolution here that network marketing has become sort of like the business of our times. Fits into way more people's lives, and there's just not a lot of knowledge out there about what it is and how it can work for you. So we're here to shed some light on that, maybe help people to upgrade their opinions on the matter. There are definitely a lot of myths out there about what the business is and who's involved with it. And in our company, at least, there are some pretty cool people involved changing a lot of lives, helping people feel better with our products, but then also helping people to make more money kind of than you ever thought you could make by doing that, by basically helping those people. So you're going to hear a few stories today from myself and a couple others who got ourselves involved, and it wound up changing our lives. Like I said, I live in the middle of the ocean, literally on an island where the residential population is under 70,000. Not your typical way you would think a word of mouth marketing, network marketing business would have worked in the past. But today, with all the technology, it's perfectly doable. Still, when it came along and was introduced to me, I was completely resistant to it. You do have to be creative out here about how you earn money. It's not teeming with opportunities like some urban environments can be, or just living on the mainland where you can drive and find other places to live and opportunities. Here, you do have to be a little creative about how you earn your income. I moved out here to help my sister with her vegan restaurant that she had, and it was incredible. It was an incredible business. The product was mind blowing. It changed a lot of people's minds about vegetarian food, made people feel healthy, made people feel great. You had to wait a long time to get a table because we would fill up, and people, just really enjoyed the food. But it didn't matter, that the product was amazing. It didn't matter how popular the restaurant got. It just meant we had to work a lot harder. And you literally get to the point, like a lot of people get to in their traditional businesses, where there's just no more of you to give. Like you don't have any more hours in the day that you can plug in to grow your business, to squeeze more income in, like you sort of can get really stuck in a lot of these sort of business models. And in exchange, you're giving all of your time and all of your energy. And I know a lot of people who have started their own business can relate to that. You do it because you want to be more free. You want to be your own boss. You want to get away from, the job, and then you find that you actually have a 24/7 commitment and your feet are nailed to the floor and it doesn't work without you, and you're the one who has to keep showing up and showing up and showing up. And so we wound up being incredibly stressed out by the time the 2008 economic crash came. We rode that wave. We shut the restaurant down and moved on with our lives because we were just so, so stressed out all the time. We knew we weren't going to make it through another year of hard, difficult sales. And I was super, super blessed to be able to transition into a career of writing cookbooks. I was literally offered my first cookbook rather than having to go out and search for it because of the notoriety of the restaurant. So I wrote three cookbooks, one a year for a few years there. And when I was on the brink of signing that fourth contract, this business opportunity came along. And like I said, it didn't make a wave for me. It was just such a firm no. You got to be kidding me. Like, I'm a cookbook author. I finally, found, something that suits me, that kind of a thing. And but what wound up happening was I had a very perseverant friend that kept insisting that I should try our products. And finally, just to be supportive of my friend and her new business endeavor, I did try one of the main flagship products. And the experience that I had was what turned my head, because as an entrepreneur, the thought that there's something in this world that could take people's pain away, that that potential even exists, like I knew that that was a golden ticket. I took the product. I realized, even though I thought I was at the top of my health game, you know, I was obviously a very healthy eater, you know, and I just really, really believed that humans don't need supplements. We just need really nutritious food. We need to exercise. We have to manage our stress. We need to have, you know, get sunlight and be out in nature. And that was it. That was the way to optimize the human experience. There was no room in my reality really for supplements. And so, like I said, I really just took them to sort of check it off the list of being a good friend. I tried your product. I'm not interested. Let's move on. But what happened was I realized there were things I was dealing with in my life. There was pain that I was having. There was back pain. There was just some stuff that was, you know, recurring for me for many years. And I realized, oh, I'm just living with this pain. I'm living with it. I'm letting it compound. I'm knowing it's just going to get worse as I get older. And yet I have no plan or strategy for how I might, you know, make the situation better. So to run into something that was a very simple, natural, plant-based herbal product that made me feel great, made me feel like I was getting out of bed like I did when I was 20, made me, you know, just like realize that I had the ability to help people, not just through their diet, not just through writing books and constantly being on the internet, you know, trying to make my books the best books. But really was something very practical where, to be honest, where they didn't have to change their lives so much, right? Like a lot of what we do to feel better are major life overhaul things, and that becomes the barrier and the obstacle to changing and feeling better. And so, yeah, my entrepreneurial mind was definitely in the works, and yet still I didn't know how I would become successful in this industry. Nobody ever teaches you about network marketing or how to be good at it. But I had asked so many questions of my friends and of the company, so many questions about the products, so many questions about how you make money, that I decided I would just join and just see what happens, just sort of put one foot in front of the other. I was private chefing. I was doing a lot of like retreats and private chef work for people and families here on Kauai. So, of course, just like everybody else, I kept working and just sort of dabbling in this on the side. I decided to, you know, give away some of the initial product that came with my business pack to people that I knew were suffering from something, just to see if was I crazy, was it some placebo effect, would they have, you know, a similar reaction. And what I found was I just started to be surrounded in stories of people feeling better, people saying, yes, I want more of that, people showing me that the kind of product that we have was like the restaurant, something that you come back for, something you'd be willing to stand in line for, something that you don't want to go away. And so I just started to pour a little bit more time and energy into it, a little bit more, you know, every week. And I just was watching something grow. And there would be weeks, and this is what really caught my attention. There would be weeks when I just had to pour into my work. I didn't have time for my side hustle. I needed to just focus, put my head down, and get the job done. And when I would step back, you know, into my LifeVantage shoes and look in my back office, I would see bigger numbers, more sales. And all of those things were happening without me. Other people were telling other people who also liked the products. And that was the definite quintessential moment where I realized how different this business was going to be from the businesses that I had had in the past. Nothing that I had done before worked without me. I was the energy wheel in all of the other things that I had done in my life. And this was a little something called leverage. This was something that was going to take my energy and leverage it by using a lot of other people's energy as well. And it's something that we all do naturally anyway. We all want to tell people how to feel better. We share our pain with other people because we're hoping and praying for solutions to come into our lives. And so to be able to have that, it's an effortless way to let your let both people win. The person you're talking to wins by benefiting from learning about the products and or the business, and you benefit from helping them out. You benefit in so many ways. The emotional income, as our friend Julie Mai likes to say, the emotional compensation that you get from the fact that your livelihood and your income and your work is all the result of helping other people feel better in their bodies and feel healthier and stronger and younger. Hello, just gonna throw out one product fact here. We have the only herbal product ever proven to slow down the aging process, to add more healthy days to your life. It's just a little thing called life, folks, is what we're out here helping people, get through in the best possible way. Nobody wants to add days or months to their life if they're not going to be healthy and feeling great. And so what we've stumbled into product wise, we don't talk about too much on this call because it is a rabbit hole like none other. We are in a field called nutrigenomics. That simple herbal supplement, it was so beyond my ability to understand at the time what it was doing, but it's getting into your body, it's speaking to your genetic code, it's giving your genes the nutrition that they need to function optimally, to function the way you did when you were a child. So nutrigenomics, brand new field, a field that this company started by creating these products, literally category creating products. Nutrigenomics is something that we're going to be hearing so much about over the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. 20 years from now, everybody, mark my words, will be taking nutrigenomic products because there is no point in not taking them. They're basically unlikely salads pressed into convenient sized pills for you to be able to eat without wincing from bitter herbs and stuff. And it's the whole purpose of, having a mouth, right? To consume the things that we need to have a vivacious and healthy body. And we were given miraculous bodies, and they know what to do. They're just constantly poisoned and attacked and polluted, and this is a way to counterbalance that. So, like I said, I did join the company. Before I introduce Melody, I'm going to attempt to should have maybe pulled this one little document up first, but let's see what happens. Share my screen and show you a little reason why. So this is my website. Can you see my website? Great. Everybody who joins our company, you don't have to make your own website. One is just going to be provided for you. There it is, the discovery that started it all and helped my pain subside and me live a vivacious life. And down here at the bottom of all the pages of our website, we have resources. And the first thing under our resources is a little something that helps us all understand why people decide to not only become distributors, but put more and more of their time and energy into it. So we rank our distributors according to their sales volume, basically from 1 to 10, Pro 1 to Pro 10. And in this average monthly pay, you can kind of see that as time goes by, how earning a little extra money a month, earning $500 a month, which is pretty head turning for most households, changes a lot of equations, helps the money last all the way through the month. But what ordinarily happens on your way to Pro 3, on your way to trying to make $500 or $600 a month, is you meet one or two other people that would also like to make $500 or $600 a month. And if you put the time and energy in to grow, and keep building your own team of customers, some pretty amazing incomes are available to you. And I don't know about you, but there are seriously not that many careers I've ever heard of that will, compensate you to the extent of certainly not $135,000 per month. I am at the rank of Elite Pro 7, as are the next two women who I am going to ask to share their stories. The first one is Melody Sjören. I will let her tell her story, but the fact that she is 28 years old and already a Pro 7 in our company, earning, that average 12K a month income kind of speaks for itself. And it's just, she's a testament to there are no limits to who can do this. She started when she was 23 and is just a hardworking, good person who wants other people to feel better and doesn't mind telling other people that she found a way. So, Melody, go ahead and share your story.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for the invitation, Jam. I think it's just such a privilege and honor to be here sharing today. And I love how different and yet similar our stories are. And that really just encompasses the beauty of network marketing because it attracts different people from all walks of life. And like you, from an early age, I experienced a lot of debilitating pain that would make me want to be in dark rooms, would make me not be able to play with my brothers and sisters, and want to avoid all noise and light. And that was something that I learned to cope with and kind of suppress so that I could try to have a normal childhood. But when this information was brought to me, and I was initially thinking, this is an answer to a solution that we are looking for my husband with his inflammation and just the health journey that we had been on with him. I also kind of just thought to myself, it's time to not put yourself on the back burner either. Like, it's important to be proactive versus reactive with your health, even though you're young and maybe don't have a specific diagnosis. This is something that you need to put in your body. And when I watched the ABC primetime that has highlighted our flagship product, I knew that this was something I wanted to put in my body. I appreciated that it was affordable, something that I could use to support my genetic and cellular health and share with those I love and care about. But what's extremely unique about my experience, and something that is kind of a contrast to Jennifer's story, is that I truly believe in the fact that we have generational, I don't know if you would almost say programming, but just like what our parents go through gets passed down to us. And then, a lot of times we look to our parents as like the role models of what we're going to do in the next steps that we take. And so for a lot of people, that's college, that's getting a job, that's working for 40 years, and then having a retirement that is somewhere in the horizon. Now, for myself, my dad went to school to be a medical doctor. And very shortly after that, he told my mom, "Why did I go to school for this? I wanted to help people get well. And really, I've been trained to manage illnesses and basically pass drugs." And so my dad actually took more of a non-traditional route and started a lifestyle center, which meant he was a business owner, which meant he paid everyone else before himself, which meant for myself and 8 siblings, things were often fairly tight. And so my dad had a unique opportunity when I was about 8 to 10 years old to be introduced to a pretty significant breakthrough of that time, which was a product paired with a network marketing company. And so for 8 to 10 years, I saw my dad do network marketing from the age of me being, I think I was like 10 to 18 years old while I saw him building this company and promoting the products and sharing the opportunity with people. And it was amazing to see how many people's lives he was able to impact for good, and how the reach of his knowledge of health and how he could support people, in that way was really an answer that a lot of people were, looking for. And on a family side of things, that afforded our family the opportunity to take the first family vacation that wasn't a road trip across the country. And it just was really amazing to see how, with the result of him having a vision for helping others and then putting in hard work, there was such a blessing that stemmed from that. And so I had the unique privilege and honor of having that positive experience with network marketing. And so it was always kind of a bug in the back of my head of network marketing is amazing. You just have to kind of keep your eye and ear out for the right opportunity, the right product, timing, all of those things. And so when I learned about LifeVantage, I literally was at a point in my life of kind of being on my hands and knees praying for solutions for my husband's health, for our financial crisis of having a lot of medical debt from the experiences that we had gone through. And so LifeVantage was such a gift to learn about, to not only have this breakthrough product, but have a gift that we could share with others to offer hope and a way to work towards financial freedom, paying off those medical bills, getting out of school debt. And now it's afforded us the options to no longer work in the traditional ways that we were trained to. I'm a dental hygienist by trade, he's a physical therapist. And now we're both entrepreneurs doing two totally different things. I'm doing network marketing, he's building vans in a shop, often working with heavy tools and making loud noises and building things. And he's a craftsman and he absolutely loves that. And so I think one of the things that's most helpful to keep in mind when someone is just kind of trying to wrap their mind around, network marketing is that it really is a profession. And so if you go into a profession and you think that you're going to become a professional right away, that really doesn't happen. It takes time to become a professional. And so what's so unique about our industry is that you have the ability to earn money while you learn. So that's unlike most professions where you have to go to school for 4 to 8 to 12 to 16 years and you're paying into the system the entire time. And so if people have a similar perspective with network marketing as they do becoming a professional in any industry, that you're going to give it 4 to 8 to 12 to 16 years, and you're going to put money back into your skill set, your mindset, your industry development, attending the events, listening to audiobooks, getting training, staying connected to all of the company updates and information, you can absolutely, grow and share this gift with people and it will change your life. And that's what it's done for me. And I totally believe that, if this can work for Jennifer and if it can work for me and hundreds of other people, it can work for you. It's just all about coming at it with the right perspective. And if your perspective isn't totally there yet, not being afraid to take a leap of faith and recognize that you'll figure it out as you go. And it's not something that's completely dependent on you, but through your yes, that can lead to other yeses. And that in itself has an effect that reaches way more people than what one person can do anyways, which is the whole concept of this incredible industry. So I'll turn the time back to you, Jennifer, and thank you for the invitation to share.
Thank you. Melody, 28-year-old right there. I don't know about you. When I was 28, I did not have it that together, but great point. Like she said, people don't walk into this industry knowing exactly what to do, but you do get paid to play, and it is definitely a learn as you go kind of an industry. So we just have a few more minutes here, and our dear friend Kristen Allgren was nice enough to say that she would also share her story. She is someone who came into this business a few years after me, and just her and her sis and their good friends just sort of lit it up with their brightness and humor and their dancing. And, after you do the same thing for a few years, it's so nice when people come along and jazz it up and make you feel alive again and remind you of how special it is. So thank you, Kristen, for being willing to share.
Aw, thank you, Jam and Melody. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. And still 4 years later, my heart beats faster talking in front of people, I'll be honest. This is really about getting out of your comfort zone. So I just really want to reiterate that anyone can do this. Truly, anyone can do this, whether you're looking for more time freedom, financial freedom, the emotional compensation, which was discussed. I mean, literally, you can be, I've been a flight attendant for 23 years. Jennifer is a vegan chef, a restaurant owner. Melody was a dental hygienist. You could be a stay-at-home mom. We have doctors on our teams, acupuncturists, landscapers. I mean, my point is that anyone can do this. We have a community of people to support you. We help you crawl. We help you walk. We help you run. And to me, that is one of the most beautiful things of this whole thing. And it's so much fun. And just a little bit about me, you guys. I grew up in Kailua, Hawaii. I'll be honest, I've had a really good life. I have 2 kids that, yes, are difficult at times, but they are thriving. I've been with my husband now for 23 years. He's successful. We live across from the beach. My parents just celebrated their 50th anniversary. You know, like from the outside in, people would wonder, why is she doing network marketing? And I'll tell you, why did I decide to join LifeVantage? Well, it was brought to me by my sister, and I had a positive health testimonial. And I remember thinking back, I was sitting at the dinner table with my parents one time when I was home from summer from college. And we were discussing what I wanted to do with my life. And I remember saying, I really want to help people. And I got my degree in psychology. And then in my 20s, you know, I'll be honest, I lost that. I lost myself. I was definitely not where Melody was at when I was 27. I got married, I had kids, and that childhood dream, I lost it. And it was at a time in my life when my husband and I were at a very difficult time, in fact, talking divorce. And I realized that I needed to do something for myself. And I knew that it would be by helping people. And little did I know that LifeVantage and network marketing would be the answer. And I can't rave about it enough. I mean, it's something that if you put your motivation and your mindset, and that's something that you learn as you go. I've always heard of mindset. It's, you know, I've read about it, but this is something that you can truly have, and you can change your life. Those childhood dreams, like truly you can fulfill them by, you know, just step by step, day by day, following the system, listening to the people who have done it before you. And I just want to end with this, that, you know, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Because if I hadn't have made a change, I don't know what would have happened. I mean, I might have just been that stay-at-home mom that was unfulfilled, or who knows? I really don't know. But if you look at your life in 5 years, are you doing what you want to be doing to getting where your life wants to be in terms of relationships, time freedom, financial freedom, even emotional compensation? And if you are, awesome, great. But if you're not, I'm here to tell you that this could absolutely be an answer for you. And I just hope that you explore this. So thank you so much for asking me to be here, Jam and Melody. I love you
Thanks.
both. And all of these amazing faces, this family. Much love.
Fantastic.
Aloha.
Thank you so much, Kristen, for sharing exactly why we wanted you here. You hit lots of good points. I'm telling you, it doesn't take long in this industry before you start feeling like everybody else is crazy for not doing this. You get to just be yourself, unpack and unfold your true and authentic self. That's the way to success in this business. It's very baffling. Seems like a sales business. It's actually a personal growth undertaking. So thank you for joining us. If you came to this call or this replay because someone's inviting you to take a look at this business and you're at a time in your life, like Kristen just said, where you want something more, you want something different, you want a challenge, you want to upgrade, I'm telling you, you found it. It found you, and you're more than welcome. And we will hold your hand through the whole process. So thanks for joining us. Aloha.